Okay, so we have Microsoft Word open now, and we've just a blank document open, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a brief look around the screen just to make sure we know where everything is. So the first thing we have that strikes you straight away is this big page in the middle. So this is our blank area. This is where we're going to type whenever we do. It's our page view or our print view. So anything we type out on this will look exactly like it does whenever we print it out to the printer. Going up to the top left hand corner, you can see here we have the quick access toolbar. Now we will speak later in one of the other lectures about how you would use the quick access toolbar, but for the time being we just need to know that that's where it is. Over on the right hand side we have different options like help, putting away the ribbon, and then the minimize, maximize and then close button. So in the other sections we will look at the help and the putting away the ribbon. We want to talk about these couple of options here first. So the minimize button will just minimize your screen down into it. The restore down or the maximize button, you'll see it's a restore down at the minute. If I click it, it puts it down to a smaller view. If I maximize it, it puts it into a bigger view. And then the close button will close out of the program for you. So that's them three buttons over the right hand side. Sign in is for anyone who has a Microsoft Office account, so you can store documents on the cloud and that type of thing. Right across the middle here at the top, you can see we have what's called the ribbon. Now this is the ribbon, and the ribbon runs right the way across. It came in Microsoft Office 2007. So anyone that's used 2003 in the past, this will be totally different for you. But anyone that has used 2010 or 2007, 2013 or the newer 2016 will be able to recognize this straight away. So the ribbon runs across the middle. You can see we have a couple of tabs at the top. We have File, Home, Insert, Design, Page Layout and so on. They can be added to, so you can customize them ribbons across the top. It's out of the scope of this lecture, but you can do it. Each tab then has different sections, and what I mean by that is you can see the clipboard section here is closed off. So you can see it's clipboard and it has a small line down and the name of it here. The font section then has a small line down, it has the name of it here, and again paragraph and so on. So when I'm trying to get you to look at a particular part, I'll say it's in the font section of the home tab. And each section has a small drop down box here that gives us other options then too. So this is our ribbon right across the top, home, insert, page layout as we talked, and we can click through that and you can see that each of them have different options. We will speak in more detail about them later on in the lectures. We also have tooltips. So when I hover across an icon, you can see it comes up with a tooltip to tell me exactly what the icon does. So do get into the habit of using them tooltips as you go along. The file button then, when you click on the file button, so instead of opening up a file ribbon, there is no file ribbon, it opens up what's known as Backstage View. So Backstage View is here, and it gives you a section to look at your recent documents. So any documents that you have there recently, I've mine switched off, but any documents you have recently, it shows you your different places. So OneDrive is a cloud storage location, and then computer and so on. And anyone that's doing 2007 or 2010 will recognize this. So it's info, new and open. It gives you options here down along the left hand side for saving and opening and different options there right away. We can click on the back button and it will allow us to go back in out of Backstage View. And we can see here. So again, we can see we have the middle area. On the left hand side then we have the navigation pane. Now the navigation pane can be turned off here and we can just close on it. I'll just explain what the navigation pane does. It allows you to search your document. It also allows you to look for your headings. So we will look later on at how you would set up things as headings, and you can search straight through them. And then it also shows a results section for when you do search your page. You can look at it as pages. So if I put in a couple of different pages here, you can see that we have a couple of different pages right down, so you could quickly click through on it. So that's your navigation pane. I like to close it off because it gives me more space. We have the ruler that runs across the top and down along the side. Now when the ruler is on or off, you can see you can turn it on by clicking on the View tab, and then there's an option within the Show section for ruler, and that turns it on or off. I like to leave it on because it shows me my space that I can work with. Down at the bottom here, this is the status bar. So you can see it's telling me page 3 of 3. So it's 3 pages I have. It's telling me the different words that I have. If I have 10 or 15 words, if I type my own name in here, you can see the word count starts to go up. So if you're using it for college, you can tell exactly how many words you have, and it tells you the language that you're using. So I'm using English Ireland for the time being. On the right hand side here, we've different options for the page view. So there's reading views, which we'll look at in a later lecture. And then on the right hand side, we have the magnification. Again, we'll go into more detail in them. We have the scroll bar on the right hand side. When it's needed, it will be there. So depending if you need the scroll bar, it will come up for you. So that's a brief overview of the Microsoft Word window. As we go on into the different lectures, we'll have a look in more detail at each of the different sections that we need to use.